day therapy every day.
Wow.
That was...
Are you rapping? Or is this... I want you to sing, but like...
Right. No,
which raises a whole question for me. Like, is rapping... Is that singing anyway? I don't even know.
Rapping is a whole skill set.
I would imagine, yeah. But I mean, are you actually singing when you're rapping?
No, I wouldn't consider rapping to be singing.
Okay.
Maybe some people would come after me on that one, but...
Okay. Yeah, I just thought I'd set you up there.
I rap a couple of songs in the band, you know.
Oh, I did not know that. Yeah. That's so cool. Yeah, no, there's that one. It's the Wisconsin Jump Around song.
Jump Around. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard you do that one.
You have?
In the studio.
In the studio? Oh, we must not have been recording.
No.
And we won't be.
No, not today.
But
today, well, that's a good transition. What are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking about more distress tolerance.
Oh boy, distress tolerance.
Yes.
And we need that.
We all need it.
Yeah, because it doesn't take much to get distressed. You know what I find too? I ask clients, I just had a client recently, and he was pretty upset. And I said, so what do you think your emotional intensity is right now? And what we've talked here on the podcast is when we're at an 8, 9, 10 out of 10, that's the danger zone, right?
Yep.
Where it leaves the frontal lobe and like we go into fight or flight. And so I could tell, I'm like, he's at an 8, 9, you know, and I said, so where do you think your emotional intensity is? And I knew it. He said, I think I'm at a 6.
Okay.
And I'm like, you are not at a 6. But that's what I find very often is that we underestimate kind of what we think our distress tolerance level is. I think a lot of it's because we want to feel like we're more in control. We want to think of ourselves more in control. And we got major problems with anger. Like, we never want to admit we're angry. So I think...
Because you were sitting there like, you're higher than a 6, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? And but no, that's fair. Like, I would say that's probably happened to me too, where I'm like, I would shoot low, you know?
I would too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if I had a therapist, like, you know, tell me, you know, you're probably at an 8, I'd be like, no, I'm not, you know, and really...
No, I'm not.
Prove that I am. So that's just a good thing for us, I think, to really recognize. We tend to under-report the level of intensity we might be at as we continually talk about distress tolerance skills.
Exactly.
Because these are designed for those 8, 9, 10 moments. Yes,
we need the skills. And we already talked about the tip skill.
Tip.
We talked about the stop skill.
Stop.
Is there an echo in here? And today we're going to talk about something that's more sensory in nature. Yeah, correct?
You know, some people call it self-soothing.
Okay.
And that is what we're doing. But another way to think about it, and this is super practical, is to have like a go bag. You know, like something...
at the ready.
If you have a purse, if you have a man purse, if you have...
a backpack. Or even a satchel.
A satchel? Who says satchel?
I don't know.
What is a satchel?
Probably people that say slacks.
Slacks. All right. Now I can totally... I want to go down there.
Okay,
I'm not going to. I'm going to resist.
Okay. Resist the urge.
All right. Yeah. Put it in your satchel. And these are things you can carry with you. And just have with you. So, you know, you're not bringing really large things. It's like very small things you can have with you ready to go.
Okay.
And you have those moments and you're getting like really, really upset. You've got this with you and you can go to it and it really works.
Okay. So like, I'm trying to think of so one for each of the 5 senses, I'm assuming.
Yeah, right. And we use the word grounding, right? That we're trying to, in our terms, in our clinical terms, we're trying to grounding and try to get our parasympathetic nervous system back online to calm us down. And so this really does work when we can engage each of our 5 senses. Okay.
So grounding is a fancy way of saying coming back to a sense of calm, right?
Well, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so each of the 5 senses. Mm-hmm. So we have our go bag. It doesn't have to be real big.
Right.
Just has to fit a few items in it.
Yeah.
So for the taste one, I have no notes in front of me, people. I'm completely freestyling right now.
We usually don't.
Okay, well, I wanted people to be really impressed.
Well, I think they
already are.
Yeah,
They already are.
Okay.
They already are. I was thinking like a sour candy for the taste one.
Yes,
right?
Because that is a little bit of a shock to the system, and that's really what we're trying to do. And a lot of times, when we are really upset, we need to kind of have this shock to our system. Remember when we talked about the tip skill?
Yeah.
And using that temperature, like really, really cold temperature.
Yep.
It shocks the system.
Yep.
And we want to disrupt that. We want to bring some pause. So I like that. This one I like. I grew up with these.
Okay.
They're hard to find, super helpful, and even if you're not in distress tolerance mode, you still got to use these.
Okay.
Pop rocks.
Yes.
I've
had them.
Those? Really?
Yeah.
Aren't they
It's
awesome?
been a while, but
those are great.
Good call.
Thank you.
I forgot about those.
Thanks. I wanted people to be impressed too. So
I think you've achieved it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Pop rocks are great. Lemon heads.
Oh,
those are a little sour at first, and then I don't remember if they stay sour. But there's a lot of good options.
Absolutely. Now, another one that is helpful, and we try to have this available when we're doing DBT at our clinic, we have mint.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So chewing gum is nice. It kind of exerts a little bit of energy. We talked about emotions are energy in motion. And so we're exhibiting some emotion or some energy exertion. And mint actually has a calming effect on the body. So just good to know. It's not only good for fresh breath, it helps calm the body.
It's mint for something else.
Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you did that.
Why not? You should not be surprised of all the episodes we've done.
Totally the pot calling the kettle black. All right, I'm with you.
If I hadn't, you would have. One of us had to do it.
I was thinking it maybe, but you said it.
Do you think I like being like this?
All right. So
back to
you can have pop rocks. You can have like little pieces of candy. Jolly Ranchers are great because there's a texture thing. It's really hard.
Yep.
And just have it available in your
go bag.
Your go bag.
Satchel.
Your satchel. Thank you. And so, what can we do for like vision?
Good question. I don't know.
Yeah. So sight can be very pleasing.
Oh, I just thought of an idea.
All right.
You know those magic eye things?
Magic eye things?
Yeah.
No, I have no idea.
You looked like you really did.
I know. So what are these?
Okay. It's like they used to have these posters or these little things, and you like if you unfocus your eyes, you can see an image in. You've never heard of this?
Now I know what you're talking about.
So you could have a little folded up magic eye, and you take it out and you try to like find the, image.
That's a super idea because it's really compact.
Right.
And it gets you focusing on something else. And I love that. I'm a big fan of animals. And so I like to have pictures of like my dog with me. Taylor's sweet.
Oh, just wonderful. A little photo in there.
Right.
That's so
just
cute.
To look at.
Yeah, just to look at. So it doesn't even have to be something too complicated. It can just be a photo.
Super simple.
Something that reminds you of, like if you look at a picture of your dog, I mean, instantly you're probably like, oh, I love my dog.
Yeah, you can feel the whoosh of calm kind of when at least I do, when I look at Taylor and those cute eyes and those big ears. And yeah, it does have a sense of calm. And then we're focusing on something else. So what else could we use for eyes?
What about something that makes you laugh instantly? There's a meme. Yeah. There's a meme. Like, have you ever been watching Netflix and it asks if you're still watching?
Yes.
Okay. So there's this meme that has this image and it says, when Netflix asks you if you're still watching. And it's the funniest. Oh, if you're listening, go look it up because it's the funniest. It makes me laugh instantly every time. I'm going to show Brett and just see if it has any effect. But what else? While I'm looking for that.
Yeah, I like the humor aspect. And sometimes people can have just little snapshots of nature.
Yep.
Really nice to look at. They could have pictures of vacation, someplace they've gone before that was really meaningful.
Yeah.
You can have a picture of, I wouldn't even be a picture. I would just watch on my phone. I'd love, you talked about making us laugh. I like those pictures of animals doing things that are hilarious. And I like starting my day with that sometimes. So that's pretty fun. And did you find it?
I did. It says, when Netflix asks if you're still watching and you see your reflection in the black screen.
All right. Yeah, I recommend take a look at this. It does kind of look
it's
like
hard to
me a little
describe.
bit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like if you've been sitting there watching Netflix that long.
Yeah.
Anyway. So.
Thank you.
Thank you for laughing at that. The pressure was on you. Kind of had to.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And it was sincere.
Good.
We're recording at the end of the day. We used to record Friday mornings.
Right.
When we were well rested.
Right.
And now it's Thursday.
It's
end
afternoon.
Of the day.
Late afternoon.
We're wiped out. Put a fork in us. We're done.
Right.
But no, we're not.
We've got the Thursday
excited.
sillies.
Yes, we got Thursday sillies. And so let's keep
chipping away here.
So we've got some things that we can look at that are super simple, easy to have. Phones are right there. We have all our pictures on a phone. You can just go through all your pictures in your phones.
Yeah.
And find things, or just sort of have like a screensaver on your phone too.
Right. Warning, word to the wise. Because I was thinking, if you're distressed and you're trying to become less distressed, if you're someone who shoots off angry emails or texts, maybe put your phone away.
Hey, I like that too.
Just as a little brainstorm. But
that's a really good point.
However, if that's not an issue for you, well, because sometimes if you're in a heated, some sort of heated situation, you might be tempted to text someone or say something that you don't mean. So anyway, just have that in mind. But
very good. So let's move on to hearing. Things I've got a really good one right away.
Well, you're ready to go.
You can have super simple.
Okay.
Super profound, high quality, intellectually stimulating to listen to. You can listen to it every day. Everyday therapy, right? Yeah, I'm trying to.
I'm so conditioned now. Whenever you say every day, I feel like I have to say therapy right after.
Well, I hope not just you. I hope everyone listening goes there. Like every time you hear every day, you think everyday therapy, and you quickly tune in.
Exactly.
However, as self-serving as it might sound, it really is helpful because this scratches the itch. And I know this for myself. If I listen to some of the content, it's a really good reminder for me to think less sort of all or nothing, or to be grateful, and everything we've talked about.
Yes.
There's so much there. And if nothing else, it'll give you a great distraction, or it might help you fall asleep at night, whatever kind of works, go with it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We should come back to that because I've used a lot of the things we've talked about. But anyways, okay, so what is this this sound intervention that's makes you smarter and solves all your problems? You were talking about
everyday therapy?
Yeah,
that's it. It's everyday therapy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say oh yeah, I was way off in a different direction because I was thinking what?
Yes. I was setting you up.
You're oh my god.
Distracted by my setup.
It's my Thursday sillies.
I get it.
No, I was overthinking it because I was like, it has to fit in the go bag.
It has to fit in the go bag. Well,
does everyday therapy?
It's on your phone.
Okay.
Right. So now I've got another good one. I really like this one. This one can be like sight and sound. You can keep, I have an encouragement file. I think I talked about this on another podcast. And so when you get any kind of positive feedback or encouragement, keep it. And then have that readily available to read.
Yep.
And remind yourself on a really tough day. And similarly, this can be super powerful, is if somebody has left you a message, keep it.
Like a voicemail.
Yes.
You could even record a voice memo and send it to a friend.
Right.
Or have them send you one that you save.
Right.
For just such occasions.
Right. And it's so important to have. And we talk about also just how important it is in therapy, successful therapy. We need to lead with validation.
Yes.
And a lot of times when we're in high stress, we're doing the exact opposite. We're leading with ourselves and towards everybody else with more negativity and invalidation. And so it really is kind of a counterweight for that too.
Right. Perfect. Okay.
What do you like to listen to?
Just in general?
Yeah.
I like to listen to music, choral music. Choral music can be really calming.
Yeah.
Classical music can be really calming depending on what you choose. Nature sounds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, nature's super calming.
Even Sometimes I'll throw on like a favorite audiobook or something that I've listened to many times before, but just the familiarity of a certain voice is helpful.
All super easy things to have. I mean, our phones, they can be quite detrimental and they can be incredibly helpful for us.
Exactly.
So you can have all of those sounds readily available on your phone.
Yep.
And so you got that ready to go. All right, let's go to smell. The olfactory sense.
The olfactory sense.
It's like using satchel.
I was going to say, who came up with the word olfactory? Because it sounds like old factory.
Right, yeah.
Like down at the old factory.
Yes.
But it means your sense of smell.
Your sense of smell. So, like, what could we have readily available to us? Because smell is super, super powerful. It's located in the brain right close to where our memory is, and so it takes us right back. It's incredibly powerful. What can be meaningful for us that we have available in terms of smell?
Well, the first thing I thought of is like if you ever have pine needles, they don't. I don't think they stay alive for very long, but those are very pungent.
They are.
What else could you do? You could put essential oil on something small.
Absolutely. Yes.
So any essential oil that you want.
Essential oil. Lotions, you get a twofer on that one because you get the sense of smell and you get that sense of touch too. And
good call.
That can feel really good. Yes.
Soothing.
Yeah, very soothing. So lotions, pick a lotion you like again.
Yep.
Eucalyptus can be very calming smell.
Yep. Even like a menthol cough drop has a strong smell. Like, so that would be a twofer also because it's the taste and the smell.
Sure. I get a twofer and you just had to compete with me.
Why wouldn't I?
I had another one. This one is really kind of cool. Dryer sheets. This is one I've heard of that some people have done. They take a dryer sheet because it just smells so fresh and it reminds them of spring. And again, just that memory, it takes people right back.
Right.
So that's kind of a cool one. Another one I've heard over the years. This one resonates. Okay. Coffee beans.
I actually love the smell of coffee beans and ground coffee.
Yes.
That is such a good one.
Yes. So, I mean, I wish people could see the look on your face because it really underscores how powerful the olfactory sense is.
Even just thinking about times when I've smelled like when you open a fresh bag of coffee beans or grounds and that, oh my gosh.
Right there.
Like I can picture it right now.
It's right there.
I love it.
Yeah. So chocolate.
Chocolate.
Who does not have a positive association with chocolate, right?
Right.
So now it made me think, I thought of this is one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
For taste.
Okay.
Because taste and smell are so related.
Yep.
All right. Because sometimes we want to just, again, shock the system. So you can smell something, and the idea is it doesn't have to always be pleasant. I just need something to stop me and to sort of stop where I'm going right now. So you can smell something that's really, like you said, pungent or just, almost offensive. Hey, if it's stopping us from acting impulsively and doing things we regret, that's okay.
Right.
In terms of taste, this takes a bit of courage. Okay?
Ooh.
Do you have courage? You want to try this?
Kind of.
All right, cool. I love it. I think we should do this on the show.
Yes.
You get those jelly beans that you don't know what flavor they are, and they have those super gross kind of flavors. They have like booger
and vomit.
Yeah, right. And it tastes just like that.
And grass.
Stuff, yeah. So that's kind of wild because it might replace your anger with anxiety. I don't know. It would for me because I'd be holding that and thinking, what am I getting? But it's a shock to the system.
That is, oh man, it's kind of brilliant, but it's scary.
Yeah, it's super effective to really disrupt this.
Maybe it would incentivize you to never get upset. Because you'd be like, I don't want to taste those jelly beans.
That's right. Well, and they could be. And that's really what we're trying to do. Because when we're so conditioned to respond in high emotion.
Yes.
With acting out, with yelling, screaming, doing something destructive.
Or acting in, which is where you do something to yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
What's happening is our brain there's an association. The brain is associating that when I'm like this, I have to do this. It's not in that moment, we feel we believe, we are certain, I have to do this in order to alleviate this emotional intensity. And so we draw these associations. And so we're really trying to disrupt that pattern into the brain because we know of this neuroplasticity, it can change and it can evolve and it can grow. That I think we can learn, and our brain can learn, I don't have to do this. Right. And it's not like we are telling ourselves, but as we're using these interventions with all of these things we've just talked about, we're disrupting that pattern in the brain where the brain is saying, I have to do this. Now, isn't that interesting? Because I don't know about you, when I'm in high emotion, I believe I have to do this.
Oh, absolutely. I was just thinking of a couple examples of times when I felt that way. And it doesn't feel like there's another option.
Right.
At all. I have to do this action that I am used to doing, right?
And thank you, because that's dichotomous thinking, right? That's that all or nothing we continually come back to. Yep. And so now think about that. When our emotional intensity comes down, I don't know about you, I can kind of look back and think, why did I think I had no other option? Mm-hmm. It just proves that when the blood comes back to that frontal lobe, we really can think. And we are so much more empowered, and it really underscores how vulnerable we are and disempowered in those times. And we just need to disrupt this. So that's really, I just didn't want to forget that. So I wanted to pause before we went any further, just to help people understand that's what we're trying to do.
Exactly.
So that we can survive this crisis.
Yep. And that's what's nice about having a go bag, because even just like having the physical little thing in your satchel, right, reminds you of that option.
Right. Yeah. You go in there, periodically. I encourage people to do this in times of non-crisis too, just as a...
Okay. I was going to ask that actually.
Yeah, because I don't think very well when I'm at an 8, 9, 10.
No.
So it might not dawn on you. And I've had that. I've been at 8, 9, 10, and I forget I got all these little tools here. Yeah. So sometimes we can do this when we're not as distressed. And when we're not as distressed, we go to this, we use it, we're like, oh, this is so great. Yep. We're kind of conditioning ourselves to do that. So I encourage, do this in times of non-conflict, lower stress.
And then you're building that for when, for those moments where you feel like you don't have a choice and you have to do the thing you don't want to do.
Right. Thing you're going to regret that you want to do in that moment. Maybe.
Right.
Yes.
Did we cover all the senses already?
Nope.
Oh, we did smell, sight, sound. Oh, touch. We didn't do
touch. Yeah.
We did taste.
Yeah. Okay. Touch. And then we're going to throw another one in.
Bonus.
At no extra charge today. Right. So when we're done with this one, we're going to say, but wait, there's more. Right. So let's do touch first.
Okay.
What's soothing? What feels good? Like what, and again, doesn't even have to be good. It can be without hurting and injuring ourselves. What are things that are tactile that we touch that can be effective to sort of disrupt this high distress intolerance?
The first thing I thought of was a stress ball.
Yeah.
Those don't do it for me, really.
They don't for me either.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, for some they may.
Yeah.
I think I need a little more something. I don't know what. Mm-hmm. But there are certain fidgets you can get that are like much more tactile than a foam stress ball.
Yeah.
Right? But I can't think of what any of them are called.
No, and the funny thing is when we think about love languages, one of my love languages is touch.
Okay.
And I can't think of anything when I'm in high distress mode. I can't think of anything that really I go back to my dog. I love petting my dog.
True.
Incredibly soothing, but I can't put my dog in like the little
in a go
satchel.
bag. Right. No.
So, but I have heard of people like having something soft like fur or cotton.
That's true.
Which is nice and it's soothing.
Yep. That's a good idea.
We talked about lotion as well.
Yep.
And so lotion can be super helpful. And all we do is it's a twofer, but the lotion can really help with the roughness on our skin and things like that. So that's helpful.
I'm told there are stickers you can get that you can like stick on your phone case that have a texture.
Oh, that's cool. Super simple.
Yeah. And you just kind of
one right there.
Yeah. See?
Ooh, that is kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, it says calm on it.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Or, that feeling that, even sandpaper. Now, that's not the most pleasant, and yet it's effective.
It's something. It's a shock to the system.
Right.
Right.
So even something like that, lotion, sandpaper, stickers, super easy to have with us. Like all of this, you can fit in the smallest of satchels or purses or whatever. You can fit a lot of these in your pocket even. So that's really a lot of the touch. I can't think. I mean, there's lots, and we're really only limited by our own creativity.
There's a coil ring you can get that you can slide over your fingers. It just kind of puts pressure on each of one of your fingers.
Yes. Oh, have you heard of this one too? This is nice for people who have like addictive urges.
Okay.
You have a rubber band, and you can snap the rubber band.
Yep. That's a good one.
Yeah, little bit of discomfort.
Right. But can't do serious damage.
Right.
Which is good.
So that's really all of the senses. But wait.
There's more.
And at no extra charge. This is a really helpful one. And it's activity. Movement. And now we can kind of take that wherever we go. We can get up, we can walk around. Yep. And that is good because we're getting some expenditure of energy. So super helpful to do that.
Yep.
And sometimes we can't do movement. Maybe we're distressed in a meeting or something like that, but we can do those isometric things where you're sort of sitting and
you're pushing
your palms together.
Right.
Or it's not quite movement, but in a way it has the same effect. Where you tighten up certain muscles and then you release it.
Yep.
And you tighten and you release. And so you can do that if you're having to be stationary. But going for a walk is super easy.
Yep.
It's doing some push-ups, doing some jumping jacks. What is that when you kind of do like the chair thing against the wall? Have you ever done that? Ooh, super hard on the quads. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Like a wall sit.
Wall sit, thank you.
With there's nothing supporting you except the pressure on the wall. Yeah, no, those are hard. But that's perfect because you only need like 30 seconds before you start to feel the burn.
Right, and some even less than that. So.
Right. 5 to 30 seconds.
Some of us
somewhere
over 50,
in there.
Maybe,
you only, after 5 minutes. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's right. So, activity.
Activity. I love it. What about dancing?
Ooh, what a great one.
Or punching the air.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be, I don't know, does that encourage aggression? If you're like,
I don't think
pretending like you're
kickboxing.
You're
just trying to get rid of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dancing is so fun. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Do you ever dance like in the car or like? Do you ever like?
I've danced in my office. I've danced at home
with clients.
Nope.
Okay.
But just like in between, if I'm in between clients, I close the door and listen to some music.
Kind of get some energy going.
Yep. How about you?
Yeah, I like to dance. I like it. I like to dance. Other people don't like it when I dance, but
other people don't like it when you dance.
Right. So I try not to inflict that on people. So if I'm in public and I have to dance, I try to make sure, nobody's looking. But then I just, get that dance urge out.
I'm thinking of so many song lyrics right now. It's not even funny. There's at least 4.
Okay.
Yeah, on deck. Isn't there a saying like dance like no one's watching?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I thought a safety dance. Now I'm going there too.
I know.
Right, so,
I can't help it.
All simple things to do to really get ourselves grounded or kind of bring that sense of calm back and have these really readily available. Be intentional about this because one thing we know is that life is going to be distressing and there's going to be tough times and oftentimes we don't see it coming. It's unexpected. So we need to be intentionally prepared.
I thought of one more for the touch one.
Yeah.
If you have a tennis ball, you can roll it around under your foot.
Yeah.
That feels really good. Or even a little lacrosse ball, which is even more dense. Or not lacrosse. What am I thinking of? Anyway, just a little ball.
Okay.
And then you can massage your feet with it on the floor.
That's a really good idea. There's I thought of foot reflexology is really cool. And I've learned how to do a little bit of that. It's not that hard. But you know what? You can do that on your ear too. If you look it up online.
Oh, cool.
You can do ear reflexology. And then there's the idea with foot reflexology is that
it corresponds to your energy meridians.
Like the bottom of your foot corresponds to different parts of your body. And if you massage it, you're helping out different parts of your body. And I've done this.
Yeah.
And it really seems to work. And I've heard you can actually do that with your ears too. So,
oh, yeah. That's totally a thing. That's a thing in Qigong as well, which is Chinese medicine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm actually doing it right now because it feels nice.
Yeah.
Massaging my own earlobe. I'm not distressed right now.
Already, yeah.
But now my ears are going to be really red. But anyway.
All right. So these are simple things to do to help us with those times of distress.
Right.
And you can do this. How often can you do this?
Every day. Brett was definitely not mouthing every day to me. I thought of it myself.
Yes. And you know what else you can do every day is you can do everyday therapy on the podcast.
There you go.
Please feel free. Share this with other people. If this is scratching the itch for you and you find like this is pretty practical stuff, which we hear from people often. Mm-hmm. Share this with somebody else. Send them the link and get other people to share in this and share it with other people. Do it every day. Everyday
therapy. Okay, I just had to get one more in there.
It's okay.
Thank you as always for listening, and please be sure to leave us a review. While this podcast can't be a replacement for therapy, we hope you enjoyed our discussion today and join us again next time. Nystrom & Associates is always available to those who are struggling. If you find yourself in need of support and help, please check us out at nystromcounseling.com.